Hello friends, welcome to Easy Learning Economics. I am Dr. Kaval. In this lecture, we shall understand that what is full employment together with natural rate of unemployment, full employment equilibrium, underemployment equilibrium, and overemployment of equilibrium, and their comparison. In this lecture, we are going to learn all these things. What is full employment? Economy is viewed as operating at full employment or producing its potential level of output if there is no cyclical unemployment. If you want to test your knowledge about the types of unemployment, you can watch my video. All available input resources like labor, land, capital, real estate, and others are used efficiently in the economy, and one who is able, present, and willing to work at going wage rate gets job. Full employment is said when real GDP is equals to the potential real GDP. So what is natural rate of unemployment? Natural rate of unemployment is a rate when the economy is producing its potential level of output, whereby the cyclical unemployment is zero. If the wage rate is set such that the labor demand equals the labor supply, the natural rate of unemployment is said to exist. The natural rate of unemployment exists in growing and healthy economies where unemployment arises from all other sources except the fluctuation in aggregate demand. The natural rate of unemployment can be said that the frictional unemployment plus structural unemployment. The full employment is said to exist in an economy when actual employment rate is equals to the natural rate of unemployment. The natural rate of unemployment ups and downs slowly with time. Actual unemployment rate changes fairly a bit around the natural rate. The fiscal and monetary policy fails to control the unemployment if economy achieves the natural rate of unemployment. The natural rate of unemployment is the average unemployment rate in the long run period. Aggregate demand has been shown on y-axis, that is equals to C plus I, means consumption plus investment. On x-axis you can see that the income, output, or employment level. So this is the aggregate supply and this is the aggregate demand. So E is the point of equilibrium where aggregate demand and supply are equal, and this is the employment equilibrium point, that the economy's total output or employment or income is equals to OQ. At full employment of resources, the equilibrium takes place between the aggregate demand and aggregate supply, which refers to employment equilibrium with no unused resources. So E is the point of full employment. Y is income, output, employment, or aggregate supply. The income is equals to consumption plus investment. Consumption and investment is also aggregate demand. So when the economy is said to achieve the full employment, it means the aggregate demand and aggregate supply are equal. How to compare the full employment equilibrium with underemployment equilibrium? So you can see here that the aggregate demand has been shown on x-axis, whereas the aggregate supply or income has been shown on y-axis, and this is the aggregate demand and aggregate supply at point E, where E is the point of full employment where aggregate demand and aggregate supply are equal. Due to decrease in aggregate demand, the economy employs the few workers. Employment has been reduced from OQ to OQ dash. E dash is the point of underemployment. E is the point of full employment equilibrium with no unused resources where aggregate demand and aggregate supply are equal, whereas the E dash is the point of underemployment equilibrium where resources have not been fully utilized and people who are able and willing to work at ongoing wage rate are not employed due to lower economic growth rate. So here the aggregate supply is greater than aggregate demand A person is overworked with low pay because of overpopulation, as the case was observed in Philippines. How to compare the full employment equilibrium with overemployment equilibrium? So this is the aggregate demand and this is the aggregate supply on y-axis. So aggregate supply and aggregate demand intersect. Economy is said to achieve equilibrium at point E, where aggregate demand and aggregate supply are equal. When the aggregate demand shift from AD to AD dash, that the economy employment also increases from OQ to OQ dash. The E double dash is the point of overemployment equilibrium, where the aggregate demand is greater than aggregate supply. As a result, the person is continuously working with more hours than he sustainably works. Some corporations encourage the overemployment and create the culture that who works the most hours tends to receive the promotion. When we say there is full employment, it doesn't mean zero unemployment in economy, but relatively low unemployment. There will be some frictional structural unemployment at full employment level. Some adults may leave the labor force. For example, women leave the job during pregnancy or look after their wards. Creation and application of technology to monitor and control the production, mismatch of skills, geographical differences, and contract jobs causes impossible to attain the full employment in the market. Full employment creates competition among employers to hire workers and push up the wage rate. As a result, the inflation rises over time. Full employment creates opportunities for invention and innovations. 3 to 5% inflation rate in the economy can help the economy to attain the full employment. The potential level of GDP, absence of cyclical unemployment, plus filling of all available vacancies against the existing post are the indicators of the full employment. I hope you have a better knowledge about full employment, underemployment, overemployment concept. You have also learned about the difference between full employment and natural rate of unemployment. It has improved your knowledge. Thanks for watching.